going to be the second map of our, well, third best of 3 of the day. We're in the third match of the quarterfinals here, Anders and LDLC are currently up 1-0 versus Fnatic. As Thorne was saying, this is history in the making right here.
Yeah, do you think LDLC have planned this? They got humiliated in Paris at ESWC. They got 2-0'd in front of their countrymen. Maybe their families were in there. It's really brutal. Now they come all the way to Jönköping for revenge against the Swedes. Feels like a pretty good story, doesn't it? Well, Cash is going to be a different thing altogether. We've seen some pretty insane comebacks from Fnatic on this map where they've had quite horrendous terror sides, then they've gone to the CT side and just demolished and won, 11, 12 rounds all of a sudden on the CT side. So I think it's going to be rough for LDLC, but I'm excited. I think the panel is correct, though. LDLC haven't looked this confident against Fnatic, specifically against other teams. Sure, they've actually looked even more than confident against every other team, but somehow Fnatic always seems to bring them down. Well, maybe not this time.
Exactly. They always seem to struggle. This has been the one team, because both of these teams, Fnatic in particular, will shred anybody. But LDLC, it's the same case, except for Fnatic. But now today, they're off to that perfect start, and they're going to have to come into this map swinging. They cannot allow Fnatic to get any kind of confidence back. Thor mentions that they might go for a reset here, Fnatic. This is their map, and that is true. They've had great results on it, but at the same time, LDLC, they've got the confidence now of having that first map under their belt already. They're just going to hit Fnatic while they're down and try and keep them there and make this a quick 2-0. But it looks like Fnatic, they're done with the huddle. Karn is there to guide them. And I'm wondering, what kind of input the legend himself is giving. A bit of a pat on the back for Pronax. Go get him, Tiger.
Well, I bet if Thorin was here, he could give us some insight into what Khan is saying. But we'll leave that for a moment. I expect to see Fnatic going for quite a lot of strats that involve Molotovs. This is a map that caters so much to it. You can clear out parts of the map, you can clear out parts of the bomb sites as well. The vent in the middle, there's obviously the B bomb site through the window, there's the A bomb site, throwing Molotovs over the container after you smoked off the main entrance to that A bomb site. There's so much going on here that Fnatic can abuse, and I'd be surprised if we don't end up seeing a lot of that. On the LDLC side, though, the big question is how aggressive are they going to be? Because some teams on this map, most notably, I think, Virtus Pro, go very aggressive on the B side of the map where they push up, they leave Snacks up there, and he's very good at playing those positions. But you can also do the counter boost in the middle, and if you're feeling really brave, you can flash your way into A main, try and see if you can get a shot. That is dangerous because there's a lot of wall banging spots you could get shut down from, but there's options here, definitely options for CT side aggression. So LDLC, I mean, if they want to come out swinging and really shut Fnatic down, that might be an option for them too.
And I'm thinking the big thing here is going to be mid control. It's all going to be the battle for mid control. On the edges, yes, but mid control is everything because Pronax really relies on that. Doesn't look like that's the case now because this is going to be a very quick push onto the B site, but LDLC are pushing it as well. This is fantastic. Do they spot it first? Yes, Shoxy gets the first headshot. Fnatic round the corner, but nobody is there. Now the push comes in, and now all of a sudden Fnatic decide to get the reset. They don't want to run into the blender.
That was obviously so tempting for Fnatic. They heard that gunshot and they thought the race was on, and it almost was, but they're going to fall back, and that might be a smart choice. MBK is here, but he's got a little bit of backup in Shoxy, who's over by the truck, but they need to work together. Sorry, it's Happy that's over there. MBK smoked off. He's got 9 bullets here in the chamber. He's going to go down as well. JW with a good pick off. Happy can't hit his, so now the bomb is going to go down, and Fnatic actually bringing it back in their favor right now. Smiths is dropping a little bit low. He's going to try and take the fight once again, and it's a great headshot on Olofmeister. Just stunning the crowd for a moment. Shox looking in, trying to see if he can drop Pronax, who's in a lot of trouble. He's falling low on health as well. And where's the backup going to be? Kiyoshima walks in, Crims takes him down, and Pronax with the follow-up. It's just Happy left, and he is in the triangle of doom. He's going to go down as well. Crims will take him. And it's going to be Fnatic winning the pistol round, just like they planned.
Just like they planned. Talk about a snap decision to make. When you're committed to the site, you're like, this is it, we're going to B site. But you realize just in time before you pass that point of no return, the defense is set up and they're already going to be rotating in. We could be running right into a wall here. Pronax slows down his crew and they make the right call, and they don't mess up with the afterplant either. Just a sick first round here from Fnatic to start things off, and this is definitely going to set LDLC back on their heels. This is not how things were supposed to go here for LDLC. As far as their minds are concerned, they needed to lock down that round and just control the momentum of the game from here on out.
2 scouts in play on the LDLC side, but the P90 is just going to be too much to handle for MBK, and that actually just instantly gives Fnatic the A-bomb side, so no issue at all right now. That's obviously good news, because actually running into those 2 scouts could be lethal.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen how well it works in the past. Flusher with the MP7 going nuts on Kyoshima right now, but Shoxy's going to find Olofmeister and take that Pro 90 off the field. This is getting interesting now into a 4-on-4 situation, and Flusher gets hunted down by Smiths. CZ to the face. Good night.
Yeah, they can't win the round LDLC, but they can do a lot of damage and save a couple of pistols here as well, or even the MP7 there, so that's still pretty good. The Scout is going to be rescued. It seems like JW goes down to Smiths, who ends up with that CZ75 in his hand. It's going to be Crims and Pronax just trying to get out of that A-bomb site, and they should be able to stay alive as well. That's a pretty decent result from LDLC. In fact, even losing the round, they've done a lot of damage to Fnatic, and Pronax is on 9 health. He's going to go down as well. Such a lot of money being lost on the Swedish side. So 2-0, sure, but they're going to have to rebuy a lot.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to spend a whole lot of money here, Fnatic, that they did not want to spend. They needed to be saving this up to have a buffer to deal with the first buy round coming in from LDLC. On the other side, though, LDLC are investing massively in this round. They realize the position they put Fnatic in, and they're not willing to wait. This is a big risk from LDLC, though. LDLC could sit back and just save up, but they are going to go for the buy here, and they're going to try and catch Fnatic off guard.
BK jumping with the Scout in the middle and flush us over of the B side of the map, landing a great headshot onto Shoxy. That was almost, seemed like he just walked right into that shot. JW's over here with the AWP. He wants that one opening. I think Happy may have spotted him out, so he's just trying to play it cool. He's got a couple of teammates nearby, and one of them with the Scout on MBK. He's actually moving into position here, but he's going to go down, walks into Olofmeister, and now Fnatic, they want to get in, and they want to get in quick right now. Smiths dropping low as well, and Happy just trying to hold on inside here. C-set in hand.
There's no reason for Fnatic to commit to this push, however. There's still 50 seconds on this clock, and we can see that now they're deciding to back off with the bomb. LDLC, in the meantime, have fully rotated over to this A side. So again, another brilliant call coming in from Fnatic, deciding to back off and go to the other site. There are two of them, Anders. There are options here, and with time on the clock, Fnatic are making the right one. This is looking very good here for Fnatic. All of a sudden, it's going to be Kyoshima working his way back in, but he doesn't necessarily have the best gun for the job. CZ, Shotgun, he needs to get up close to Fnatic when they push through here.
If he can get in the bomb side and use the Max 7, that's a different question, and he's going to do just that. Now he's in a pretty prime position. Olofmeister is going to spot him, though. That's unfortunate. Could have been a big opening. Happy goes down, and Fnatic just make it work. And these mid-round calls, they're really what Pronax as an in-game leader is so well known for. There are like a couple of different versions of being an in-game leader, and some of them are really, you know, tactically heavy, where they make elaborate plans to try and win. Pronax can do that too, and he's actually a really hard student. He studies all the teams, but his mid-round calling is definitely what put Fnatic a step above almost everybody else. It's scary how good he is at reading the situation and picking the right bomb site in the middle of the round.
And this is a real problem here for LDLC, because that gamble is going to cost them big. It's going to give another round to Fnatic early on here. And on this map, Fnatic only really need to have 5 rounds or so on their T side. Hello, Crims and JW clear out mid. And again, LDLC trying to get up close to make use of the pistols. It's just not going to work this time around. Big problem here, though, is still the fact that LDLC, their money, they take that risk with that buy, and it just does not pan out for them. And now Fnatic will have 4 rounds at the beginning of the half.
And you have to wonder if that is really worth it. Again, this is a map where they could have, if they really saved, they could have gone for AWPs and auto snipers and everything else. Is it really worth it with the Max 7s and the Scout? I really doubt it. I mean, it's easy enough to say now that you know it doesn't work out, but even beforehand, I really question that kind of play. And it's, I mean, LDLC have had this tendency a lot of the time. They did it at ESWC as well, where they kept forcing up at crazy times, and it worked once, I think. Out of all the times they did it, it worked once, and every other time it just kind of failed. So I think statistically speaking, LDLC's forces in these situations have actually worked more against them than it has worked for them. It's against Fnatic, maybe against other teams it's a great strat, but Fnatic seem to just be a little bit stronger.
Well, Fnatic just bounce right back in. You know, even if they lose the rifles, they aren't concerned. In the end, they do manage to persist, and this is now going to be the big buy round here for LDLC. After that round of eco, they're going to have the rifles. They're going to have the nades to work with. Big thing here is that Olofmeister is actually carrying that AWP. He still carries it over, in fact, from Dust 2. So JW sticking to the rifle. And there you go. Opening frag from Olofmeister, and he is very close to hitting the wallbang shot as well.
Yeah, trying his very best. The kill is returned by Kyoshima. That's a That's at least something here. Crims waiting over at Squeak door. Gonna open it up, just announce his presence. Happy's up on the box. There's a nice angle for him to cover, but he can't find the headshot. And now the rest of Fnatic are getting in here. There's that Molotov we talked about right through the smoke, and the follow-up grenade. It's a touchdown, and Happy is exploded immediately. The bomb is gonna go down. Smith wants to get in, but Flash is gonna deny him that entrance. Shot goes down, and it's Kiyoshima all alone here. 1-on-4, just wants to get away. He's trying to fight his way out, but can't hit the shot. Flusher ends up with a triple kill and is currently doing pretty well on that Fnatic side at 7-1-2. So very good ratio early on in the game.
These are key frags that he's picking up as well. Just abusing that smoke, that gap in the smoke between Forklift and Short. He just managed to catch that site and hold that line and make sure that Smiths couldn't go for the shenanigans. That was everything right there. That kill for Flusher to stop that attempt at stopping the bomb planter. So now we have to see exactly what LDLC are going to go for here. They do have enough to go for a buy, but again, no scoped rifles to work with and limited nades. So life gets fairly difficult here. And very forward smokes, in fact, to cut up mid here from Fnatic. Interesting play. It's not often that we actually see these.
And obviously going to be a B push coming out here from the Swedish team. Not worried about anybody in the vents because they have 2 Molotovs. They could have used one of them to check the vents, but they're going to use one of them to check the fact to check it anyway. And Shox is going to get the opening kill, but now they're all coming. They line up, but there's not enough bullets in that weapon to take them all down. Pronax will get a kill instead, and now Kiyoshima's up on the high ground. Should be smoked off here any second, but they're just going to wait. It's a bit of a risk here to take. Kiyoshima has one opening, but he's not going to get it, and now the bomb will go down. JW shuts down the man of the match on the first map, but here on the second one, it's all Fnatic all the way currently. It's a Swedish show going on right now.
Now this is their time to shine right now. Oh, well, MBK trying to work his way through vents, but he instantly gets picked up by Flusha. Flusha just knew. And this is definitely looking like Fnatic are going to have a 6th round on the board here. LDLC at this point set up for exits, set up to hold on to these guns because they know at this point they absolutely need to keep the rifles. They just don't have the money going forward here to keep buying round after round. Good spray from Happy will catch JW, and if he can keep them off of his gun, this is actually pretty decent. But Fnatic are going to face both together, and Crims will manage to secure the frag.
That's well worth it. They gave up a lot of kills to try and get those guns off, and that's something they could do. They all have, well, at the beginning of the round, they basically almost all had 10,000 or above, and that's why they can just throw away a couple of rifles to steal the one away from Fnatic, from LDLC, who obviously are going to be forcing up. They have the round loss bonus. They need to get back in this game. 10-5 would have still been a good score for Fnatic. If now they're at 6-0, they are just pummeling LDLC in the first half right now.
Yeah, this is going out of control. LDLC need to start waking up here and getting rounds on this board. Because otherwise, Fnatic are going to run away with this second map. Then very quickly, we're going to find ourselves on overpass. So let's see now, Fnatic gathered up outside of A. Bomb is there as well. It's just Flusha here causing a bit of a diversion. He knows that Shoxy likes to hold and checkered like that as well. So just putting some shots through, checking to see if Shoxy is home. But in the end, Fnatic, they will eventually wind up here. And NBK is here to greet them, and he manages to slam that door shot in Crim's face.
Great angle, but Olofmeister's there with the return. He's going to make it a 4-on-4 swiftly here. A minute left on the clock. LDLC, they need to hold on to this bomb site. They need to get on the board with a single round at least. One step at a time is the key here. Happy waiting right at the edge. And Pronax is all the way back there. Going to smoke off a little bit further. I don't think they're realizing they're Happy's here, but the bomb is all the way back, and Kiyoshima spots it, and he's going to set it on fire. Which is an interesting idea. JW goes down, and now there's not a lot of time for Fnatic. They have to get back, get the bomb, and worry about Kiyoshima and everything else. This is a tricky position for the terrorist side to be in. Yeah,
this is a huge turnaround here. LDLC now have control of the scenario. Pronax is the one who's actually going to be able to dart forward and pick up that bomb, and he's going to hightail it out of there. He could potentially head over towards the east side. He's got the help of his mate Olofmeister, who is still alive, and they're going to make the call. They're going to go towards the other side.
He's running the long way around. He's going to have to move a lot faster than this if he even wants to make it. I think that hesitation actually really just cost him the round.
Yeah, they don't have the time.
I don't see them having the time here. That was a bit of a hiccup. 8 seconds, 7 seconds now. He's not going to make it. Can't make it. Even if he wasn't killed, he wouldn't have made that plant. No way. So that was a bit of hesitation on Fnatic and cost them the round. The first one they lose here on Cash. Olofmeister does get the final kill, and just to be really annoying. And that's 6-1, and LDLC finally make it work. But if Pronax hadn't made that if he hadn't had that tiny moment of hesitation, he would have made it. There would have been time, and he would have got there before LDLC did. It would have been a 2-on-2 with the bomb down as well.
Now with this right here, again, man of the match you mentioned on the first map, Kiyoshima coming in big, camping that bomb, and really causing a lot of problems for Fnatic. but LDLC are now on the board. Olofmeister, quick boost up to get control of mid, and JW is going to light NBK up. This is not how things are supposed to start a follow-up round, but Happy decides to take matters into his own hands and remove Olofmeister. Kill could potentially come in, but JW's too quick. Even with 24 HP, he lands the shot on Happy. And now man advantage for Fnatic in a crucial round for the Frenchman.
Now, if they go A right now, there is one player, Smith, at the over at the A bomb side, has a pretty good position with the AW. If they go B instead, it's going to be really rough for Shox here with the M4A1. Again, 4 players might be coming in. Last time he only got 1 out of 4 kills. This time he's going to have to step it up and do a hell of a lot better, because backup is going to be far away. Good grenade here. JW dropped even low, but now they know exactly where Shox is. He's going to try and flash out once, goes for the peek, and he's going to get dropped by a flusher. That smoke went up, not quite fast enough, and now Kyoshima trying to just sneak in here, but the bomb is going to go down, and they can't afford to try and retake this. They have to run away with these rifles.
Now look at Smith. I mean, Smith hasn't even moved off that ace. He's just still holding over there, making sure that no lurker can come in and try and pick him up. But this is all about holding on to the guns, and I feel like we're repeating ourselves. But LDLC keep finding themselves in this scenario where Fnatic get the entry frags, they exploit those entry frags and get onto a site, and before LDLC can really do anything about it, they're in a scenario where they're 2-on-3, 2-on-4. They just don't have enough of an advantage going into the retake to make it worth their while. They are running out of rounds, however. This is the real problem. Before long, LDLC are going to have to make these attempts because they just need to get rounds on the board.
Oh, this is cruel. This is the best case scenario for the Fnatic team. They let 1 round go, and it was partially due to a bit of a mistake on Pronax's side, and then they bounce right back, claim the follow-up round. Now, LDLC, yes, they have 1 rifle, they have an AWP as well, but the rest, I mean, they could go for armor pistols, but even that would be a big risk. This is really tricky, and they're not going to do it. They just want to save. This is Fnatic's way of telling everyone watching that we are going to go to that 3rd map. There's not even a question about it. We're just deciding right now.
There's a reason we picked Cash after all, and it's because we kick ass on it. And there you go, JW. Period at the end of that sentence. Smith is gone. No AWP now for LDLC to play with. Shoxy's holding close to the CZ. We saw what kind of damage he did on Dust 2. He's going to have to make that happen now, but the spray does not work, and Crims will take him out immediately. Happy still crouching on the site, however. Could have a free frag, and he's going to get it. Gets the bomb planter, but that is it. These are like LDLC right now are just like mosquitoes pecking at Fnatic, just trying to get something done. But Fnatic, man, they brought the fly spotter, they got the DBT, they got the laser spotter. I mean, everything. It's just not happening for the Frenchmen.
No, it is definitely not. This is one step removed from just opening a console and saying change level overpass. That's the next step up from Fnatic at this point. Complete determination here from the Swedish team. Such a lot of confidence in LDLC in the first map, and rightly so. They played really well. Fnatic, they won the pistol round decisively after making some really good calls, and then they haven't really let go since, it seems. Kyoshima's going to be found here. I don't think he can save this rifle any longer as Crims with the pick off. Again, they lose a bunch of players getting these rifles away from LDLC, but it's well worth it. The Frenchmen, they could force up, but it would be without an AWP, and it's a tough call to make.
It is, exactly. I mean, do they go for it? Do they not? How many rounds are they able to give away to Fnatic? I mean, I did hear the LDLC players mention, you know, we have some stuff on T side. You know, we could feel confident, but they definitely need more rounds than 1. Like, they need to get at least, I mean, if they can get up to 8-7 right now, that could be feasible. LDLC could run it back, but Fnatic are definitely in a position to stop that from happening. They have mountains of money, and so long as they keep getting rounds on the board right now, I mean, 8 rounds right now for Fnatic is huge. Anything more than this is gravy. Anything more than 5 is gravy for Fnatic. So they're going to be able to do whatever they want here. No pressure on their shoulders.
And LDLC with the pistols all around, doing some really good damage up there. But Olofmeister still is going to open up the B bomb side, and now I think JW's in there checking and making sure there's nobody left. So Fnatic making the right call. If they had gone A, they would have run into a whole army of LDLC players. They could have had a slightly different outcome this round. And now Crims is just cleaning up the middle part of the map. Fnatic with this quick boost that they keep doing, and they have Olofmeister AWPing sort of the main entrance to the middle from the terrace side, just means they get mid control so quick. It's really hard to stop. I mean, I kind of wish we could see LDLC going for a double grenade over that mid boost spot, just instantly taking them out. They've tried once or twice with a Molotov, but it hasn't been enough yet.
Something. But this is, again, what we talked about at the beginning. You know, Fnatic, they revolve around this mid control on any map practically. Dust 2, Mirage, I mean, you name it. Pronax, he loves to have control of mid. That's his focus, because then that opens up all the entryways onto these sites. Having that extra movement, basically, or room to move, is what Pronax relies on basically to make the calls, to make those mid-round decisions and exploit the errors that LDLC are making right now. As far as LDLC are concerned, it's double off time. Both rounds of eco, they fed into this. It's time to get something done here, LDLC, and 2 offs is how they see it happening.
Let's see. Are they going to try and grenade it down? Yes, there's the one grenade to go over, and Fnatic only really taking any damage. This time they didn't go for it. Crims all the way over the other side of the map. Olofmeister charging into towards the A side. The bomb is still back here, so Fnatic just looking for a bit of an opening if they can. Happy almost hit that shot, but MBK will follow up with a good kill. He's playing this forklift area really well and picks up Crims as well and does a lot of damage to Olofmeister. Just the NBK show over here, and LDLC might finally get that second round on the board.
We need more of that, basically. NBK, if he could wake up here, this could be big, but it's going to be Olofmeister trying to bait them out. And this is the shot. He catches him with the wrong gun in hand, and JW is taking out Smith in the meantime. But there is still NBK alive on this A site. Olofmeister has to realize.
He's ready for it. One shot here could definitely finish it. That would be a 2-on-2, and they could get the bomb down as well. He misses the shot, though, but JW's on the other side. NBK is actually trapped. He jumps over on from Electric, and JW's going to come out here. They both miss. CSET 75 is going to finish off Shoxy. Now it is a 2-on-2, and another jump. JW, he takes the kill. Unreal. He's going to miss the next shot, but Olofmeister still alive back here. 29 seconds. NBK has the encode, the flick, and the jump, and it's NBK who comes out on top. Quad kill here for the Frenchman. An absolutely insane way to finish that round.
And that was all NBK. I mean, Fnatic basically individual play. There's no way to put it apart from JW just doing JW things, jumping all around the map. Olofmeister was pinned in this corner. It was so difficult for him to help as soon as he got caught there, but then JW happens. He walks and takes out Shoxy. This kill on short. I mean, these are just things that JW is capable of doing at any time. It's like he flicks a switch, but it wasn't enough to secure the round that time. LDLC are going to be going forward here. I mean, they've got guns now, but look at, I mean, the state of their money still for LDLC. They just still don't have a whole lot to work with. They hold on to the AWP for Smiths, but apart from that, it's 3 FAMASs.
Yeah, it's not exactly cool, and Fnatic do have plenty of money. They can buy for the next 3 rounds almost, I think. Pretty much the rest of the game, they're going to be all right here. So we did see the countermeasure coming out from LDLC with throwing up that early Molotov to try and prevent the mid-control. And all that does is delay Fnatic a little bit, and then they go back to the boost, back to the mid-control here to try and get it. And they are just waiting patiently at the moment. Molotov, I think that went into the vent.
Yes, that would have cleared out Vent, and I like the double boost, but look at MBK, man. He is fired up at this point. He's on the hunt, looking for a frag, but he's not going to find it. Pronax manages to dart back around that corner in time and do a good bit of parting damage there to NBK to force him back. But in the meantime, Fnatic have worked their way through mid. It's Happy, point blank. He picks up the first one, but Olofmeister will assassinate him. And this is now Fnatic behind enemy lines. Olofmeister could cut them in half.
Look at the rotation they're making. They're going to the A bomb site. This is absolutely perfect. Olofmeister in here. You're right. He is just controlling so much of the map. An excellent headshot. The only thing they have to worry about really is the man on car, and that's Smith. He picks up Olofmeister. 3-on-3 now, but the bomb's going to go down, and look at the rest of LDLC. They're only going to realize when they hear that sound. Now they get out of B. So Fnatic have completely surprised LDLC. They did not see this coming.
Now they don't have a kit on LDLC either, so this, like, every second is of the utmost importance here for the Frenchmen. They have to get in here and land the shots quickly, but Smiths will find Pronax lurking on the edge of the smoke. It's up to Crims and Flusha now for Fnatic, crouching. They've got a bit of a crossfire going right now. But Crims is going to be the linchpin here. He's going to be opening that door, trying to draw the attention. Flusha takes out Shoxy. It's down to Crims. He takes the fight as well. But Smiths is now down to 10 HP, and Crims is still alive. There just isn't enough time here for Smiths to act. He has to run away.
Yeah, he's going to be on 2 health, but they won't be able to win the round 9-2. And LDLC's economy is completely shattered again. It's got 2 people at about 3,000, and I'm not sure what the Frenchmen are going to do at this point, because continuing to eco is also such a big risk. At this point, it's almost like just buy CSET 75 armor and pray that something is going to work out for you, because they can't finish this game at, like, what's it going to be? 13-2, 12-3, it's not enough.
It's definitely not enough. No matter which side you're on. I mean, this is brutal here. NBK now. He is actually getting some damage done here with the help of Smiths. Hiroshima, I mean, they're teaming up here to try and control mid, finally take the fight to Fnatic, and they get 2 kills because of it. Unfortunately for them, the guns get dropped up on that roof, so they don't have AKs to work with. But still, the damage is done, and LDLC have somewhat slowed down Fnatic.
When MBK sneaking up in the middle as well, is actually getting a lot of map control and a lot of information just from doing that, so it's not at all bad right now for the LDLC side. even at 10-5, it's not good, but you know, a little bit of confidence back in their way if they can finish this half with winning 3 consecutive rounds.
Curious to see. I mean, one man is getting close to mid. It looks like the LDLC are starting to push in. NBK right now is on a reconnaissance mission, working his way through garage, looking towards B. He could potentially catch them off guard here. Is Krim's going to look right? No idea. And NBK, he's like a shark, but he gets caught. Still reacts in time, and Smith will cover his back and take out Olafmeister. LDLC on the edge now of picking up an eco-round win. This would be huge, and Shoxy will put an end to it. Flusha is gone, and LDLC have 3 rounds on the board now.
It's sort of hard to explain how they come out of losing so many rounds, and when they have 1 AWP and 4 pistols, that's when they win it flawlessly as well. Nobody dying on the LDLC side, 10-3. And Fnatic still have the money. They have spent a lot of it, and actually if they lose this round, they might finally be in a position where they're going to eco for the 15th round. So I mean, if LDLC with this one, 10-5 is a very likely outcome. That's still not exactly worth celebrating, but it's better than 13-2, certainly.
Yeah, certainly is. A little bit more room to breathe. And once again, Fnatic go charging into mid. This time around, however, LDLC have elected not to put up much of a fight. They're holding on to sites instead. And guess what? The smokes are down for Fnatic. They're going for a smoke plant, but Kyoshima will not allow it. He ends Pronax immediately.
No pun this time. Shock's waiting all the way in the back. And the rest of LDLC are coming in. They're charging in. There's only one person left behind from Fnatic in the middle, but he's going to go down as well. There was Olafmeister. Now it's all on Flusha, and he's going to get down. Great angle from Shoxy. And that's a perfect round from LDLC. Very nicely handled. Fnatic trying to control the pace by just being so aggressive, and LDLC were playing it nicely that time around. And now, no bomb plant, and thus 2 rifles picked up from Fnatic here in the 15th round. The AK on Olafmeister and 1 on Pronax.
Now they are going to have to stretch here, Fnatic, and see if they can't get past that, past that 10-round mark, get into the 11 round. That would be a big win for Fnatic. Of course, they are very far ahead already, but every round counts. Now let's see, LDLC once again going to go for the mid-aggression, but Fnatic are wasting no time. They're going for a straight A-rush, and this is all out from them. Happy starts off strong, but Krims will take him out with the help of JW, and JW gets to the second frag with the AWP.
Oh no, LDLC. This should have been the free round that they could almost get just from winning the previous run. Now it's looking horrible for them. Kyoshima and Shoxy are left here. 2 on 4, and JW is going to take a kill. Shox should be going down. 11-4 for the first half here is a monstrous result for Fnatic. Very well played for the Swedish team. A complete turnaround from what we saw on Dust 2.
Well, there's a reason why Fnatic have cash, and there's a reason why LDLC do struggle versus them on this map. Fnatic are one of the best teams in the world, and clearly they know exactly what they're about. T-side on this map, they are in their element. Now, the question is, do LDLC have some tricks of their own here to get a strong start on their T-side? It's going to be crucial for them to pick up the pistol, that goes without saying, but how are they going to do it after taking a beating like that in the first half?
I don't know if anybody has the answer. I don't think even LDLC have the answer. This is going to be one of those freak occurrence kind of thing. Miracle level comeback if they can make this work. I mean, if this had been 11-4 in favor of LDLC, maybe Fnatic could have had the chance to make the reverse comeback being on the CT side. You know, you win the pistol round, there's still a chance. But when you win 11 rounds on the terrorist side, that's when the gap is really closing. Maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel, but it's a really, really long tunnel. Yeah,
exactly, right? It's that pinhole, right? You know, you really just cannot see. And on the CT side, Fnatic, I mean, we have seen what they're capable of in the past, and they have annihilated teams on this map, on the defense. It's impeccable, and JW, once he gets up to that AWP, he is a force of nature. I mean, they only need 5 rounds right now. 5 rounds for Fnatic to take this second map and go to map 3 to sort out who will be going on to the semifinals here. This is our 3rd quarterfinal of the day at Dreamhack Winter, and I'm glad to see Devil smiling. The rest of them look very serious right now, Fnatic. I don't think they believe they're out of the woods yet. They need to get this map done. They can't start celebrating after that first half.
No, definitely not. And they do want to close it out quick. Just leave LDLC with a really bad taste in their mouth and get into the 3rd map, where then Fnatic obviously will have a huge momentum boost. They'll be feeling much better. And if LDLC never get their feet on the ground on the second half here, that's perfect for Fnatic. That's going to have to be the standard that they're looking for. It's definitely not going to be easy, but I think we are finally getting into it here. So if you're just joining us, this is the quarterfinals here at Dreamhack Winter 2014. It's the 2nd map, and it is the 2nd quarterfinals as well. LDLC and Fnatic, an absolutely epic matchup that's coming your way.
Now let's see here already. It's going to be a boost into mid. Smith's getting up here fairly quickly. He's only got Kevlar, no nades. This is looking like LDLC have A in mind here. Only a decoy making some noise on the other side of the map. Everybody is here, but Fnatic have also got 3 members gathered up on this A site. Triangle of Doom. This could get rough for LDLC fairly quickly here.
Olofmeister all the way in the back. He's just waiting for one of those USP1 clicks, and he's trying, but not succeeding. And when he reloads, they move forward just a little bit. Now they're going to come charging out. He hits the leg shot on Kiyoshima, but it's not enough. Shox is going to be the man to open it up. Smith will follow up, and lit air. It's going to be Kiyoshima picked out of the sky, trying to fly through, but this is looking good for LDLC. They might be able to pick up this round. They have the 1-man lead, and they are surrounding this bomb site. They're going to fall. Are they going to fall back with the bomb? They're making it out of there. Yes, they will fall back through main. And now Crims is at the wrong bomb site and alone in a 1-on-3. This is a smart choice from LDLC. Instead of finding the 1 man who's left, they're just going to go and put the bomb down the other side of the map and then box him in.
They have so much time, exactly. They have so much time. There's no reason to take the risk. And he's going over there alone. They know exactly where Crims is. He's got the Glock. He's got 50 HP. He needs to find the shot on Smith, and that he certainly does not have. But he has the headshot on Happy. Scary situation now for LDLC. Smith needs to take a different tack and just play safe. But Crims is going to be able to make it into connector. And already, Shoxy is lying in wait right around the corner, but Crims takes the wrong way. No, he doubles back, and it's the fight point blank, but Shoxy will get the job done, and LDLC have the 2nd round pistol.
If somehow Crims had come out of that one, if he had got the kill on Shox and ran in, he did not have a defuse kit, but even if he hadn't, that would have been such a scary situation, without a doubt. 11-5, and LDLC, they do manage to win that pistol round. It's still very far away, but it's obviously the first step in the right direction.
You know, 1 round at a time is what LDLC are going for here, and LDLC aren't messing around either. They go for Galils, they go for AKs, no SMGs, no scouts, no messing around here from the Frenchmen. They realize that Fnatic are going to go for this buy, double scout play here, and Olofmeister will start off strong, dropping NBK down to 28 HP, but LDLC they continue to push onto this site. They want control fast, and they're getting it. There isn't a lot that Fnatic can do once those smoke goes up. Smokes, rather.
Oh, definitely not. A little bit of damage put onto NBK, but it's just going to be a secure bomb plan. Even better for LDLC, they plant all the way in the corner, which means as long as they're controlling Check-It and they have 3 people there, then there's really no way that Fnatic can defuse this bomb, and that's very, very smart. It's something that we've seen Titan do a lot, who again aren't here, but that's something that they popularized quite a bit, planting all the way in that back corner, and it works quite well. Very hard to dig anyone out. I don't know if we can get like an overview of where the bomb is on MBK, because definitely that's something that's worth thinking about.
Olofmeister with the hops. It is all the way in the back, and I'm sure we'll see it again.
Yeah.
Because it is a very powerful plant position. Allows you to hold different angles with your after plant. So it's going to be Fnatic just holding on. And look at this, not a single kill. That was actually LDLC just taking that site without, they felt like peace was the way, Anders. They negotiated.
I don't think it isn't. Not in this case. It's a wonderful thought, but I think murder is the way forward if you want to win this quarterfinals here. And it's going to be a lot of it as well. It's armor on 3 people, scouts on the last 2. So actually, the fact that Fnatic don't lose anybody is a really good choice on their part. It seems like they just give up the round without doing anything, but they knew for sure they weren't going to be able to retake that. All they would have done is lost a lot of stuff, and now they have a new chance right here. Crims in a good position, scout in hand. He misses the shot, though. He's going to get one more chance, potentially. He's very low on health, though, and the grenades now rain in. There's the follow-up grenade. Happy will take him down. Now the rest are rotating in. Fnatic are all at this bomb site, and they have really quickly as well. Smith with the shot on Pronax. Flusher charging in. Almost catches MBK, but it's not going to be quite enough here. Olofmeister low on health. And finally, JW retaliates.
Finally, JW picks up a kill here against LDLC, who have just gone for brute force tactics. Just run onto B site, run onto A site. LDLC are not messing around early. They do not want Fnatic to get comfortable with their setups. And they are also taking advantage of the fact that Fnatic are low on gear. This is going to be JW now just trying to do his best peekaboo moment here, trying to take out Smith. And he's going to do damage to Kiyoshima as well.
He's got 2 bullets left, so I'm not really sure what he can do at this point. Yes, running away is pretty a good choice. I mean, he's going to save the armor anyway in the C set, so that's not too bad. And maybe even the scout.
Look at that. He's going to use the bomb blast to blow that scout his way. That's actually a pretty decent save there by JW. This could give them some options. I mean, he's going to be $100 short of picking up an AWP. But there you go. We're going to go for the rifle instead here. And Fnatic, pretty decent buy, all things considered, going into this 19th round.
It's so right, but I actually would have preferred that Fnatic didn't buy in the, didn't force up with the scouts and just save Soyeon, because they had such a big lead that if they had gone into this round fully equipped with double orbs and everything else, even at 7-11, that's still a pretty good idea for them. Hiding in the smoke is Pronax. He's going to jump up on the cinder blocks all the way in the back here, looking over the smoke, and Smith did not see that coming. Very well done, and he's going to make his way out. Almost, but Happy catches him at the end. So it's kind of not worth it for them. It's a nice trick, but he would have had to have made his way out for that to be a favorable position for them.
Exactly right. I mean, they did get some info as far as like how many people were there, because he heard 2 AKs shooting at him, and he took a lot of damage from that, but Happy's timing was impeccable. And now LDLC, they could opt to go for the A side, but it seems like they want to play this out, take their time with it, and NBK currently with the AWP boosted up on box, looking towards mid. This could be his opportunity here if he could find a frag, but he's not looking at the right spot quite yet. No chance there, yeah.
There's 45 seconds left. LDLC really being slowed down at the moment. They are eventually going to end up at the B bomb site, and MBK's kind of making sure there's nobody in the middle. He's going to be really brave and go all the way up and check. This is kind of crazy, because if somebody was there, he'd be in a tough spot. But he does not, he's not fear at all. He's just scoped up in the middle. Someone could walk up right next to him and he would be almost instantly dead. But now they want to go for B. Crims is hiding in here with the M4. 20 bullets. Backup is coming in, but the Molotovs from LDLC are going to keep them out. It's going to be up to Crims. He's going to have to go huge. He picks up the one, gets the double, goes for another one. Crims going big. 8 seconds left. He wants that quad. He's not going to get it, but he's done enough already. Flusher walks in, jumps midair, and it's Olofmeister to pick up the last kill. Huge round from Crims. Very nicely handled.
Yeah, completely annihilating the push there. Single-handedly, Crims. That is the individual play that makes a difference here, and that is what Fnatic can bring to the table at any time. This was also very nice here by Pronax at the beginning. Just unfortunate the timing was right there for Happy. Now Crims, this was just fantastic, but that is it. Pretty much shuts it down, because it could go either way at that point. LDLC, however, I think they think that Molotov that they threw initially cleared it out, and then they focused on Checkered instead. They focused on other parts of the map instead of just checking for Crims. So a bit of a mistake there coming out from LDLC, and that's certainly going to cost them. Fnatic sitting on 12 rounds. They've got the gear, and they've got the entry in Flush. Olofmeister, they're having a ball.
Oh, JW with the 2 follow-up shots there. Tries for the smoke. He's going to go down to Shox, who is now in a very deep hole. He's going to get shot down by Olofmeister. That's another round. Now 13 for Fnatic. A 6-round difference going into this one. And those 2 opening frags from Flusher down the middle were so big. That's really hard for LDLC to deal with, because the plan from them going into the B-bomb site was to take control of Checkered and the vent by killing Flusher and then just charging in. If they'd done that, that would have left JW in kind of an awkward position, because he would have to cover the one entrance, but also Checkered. That never happened, and he just had free reign to kill absolutely everybody. So 21st round now, and LDLC without much of an economy going into it. Fnatic could definitely close out this game right here.
This is it, the big opportunity here. LDLC just going for it, but now they've slowed down the pace. They want to see if Fnatic are going to get impatient and try and push them, but Fnatic don't need to make that kind of mistake at this point. They can be content to hold on the site. They spot out NBK, who's holding an A main, and this could be a bit of an answer here. And nobody decides to press the issue. LDLC desperately want an entry, but Fnatic, with the way that they're holding, this is very nicely done here by Fnatic. They're not giving them many options.
They want them to get up close right now. Just see if they can get that early pickoff. JW, Smiths is kind of low, but that wasn't the guy late over at Squeak. Really close right now, and Shox is going to be able to open up. That's a good return kill now. It's a 4-on-4 situation, and Olofmeister's traded places with Smiths. He's right there, and that's the bomb dropped. So great movement from Olofmeister. Very nice way to handle that smoke, using it actually against LDLC like that. And now things get even worse for the French team. Olofmeister will come up with another headshot, charging into the middle. Going to look for Kiyoshima, who is all alone here. 1-on-3. The Frenchman will reply, but he's going to go down to Pronax, and that's 14 rounds for Fnatic. LDLC, they could buy AKs on 4 and Galil on Happy if they want to, and at this point they kind of need to. I mean, otherwise they'd be fighting for an 8-round comeback to get overtime. That's just, I mean, even when you say it, you can hear that sounds ridiculous.
It sounds very tough, right? Now, NBK, does he go for a straight AK? Or does he go Galil armor? No, okay, so this doesn't leave LDLC with a whole lot of options. They really don't have many nades to work with. They've got the firepower in the AKs, but now it's only flashes, a handful of those, and they decide to still spread out and look for picks, rather than give it in with a straight rush out onto a site. And that's what I was questioning at this point. If LDLC would just try and bum rush onto a site and see what they can do with this kind of buy, Fnatic would have been ready for it.
When Fnatic was on the terror side, we kind of emphasized how much mid-control they were trying to get all the time with those aggressive boosts. When they're on the CT side, they actually do the very same thing. They end up having 3 people very early in the round, just charging into the middle, making sure LDLC can't get there before them. They throw grenades and everything else to try and delay them, and now they leave Crims up here in the vent. It was Flusher earlier, and then once it settles down, they can maybe relax a little bit on mid, but they know they have that control early on. So again, that's the key thing here for Fnatic, just to bring it home. Looks like LDLC might end up at the B bomb side. And if they do, Crim's position right here is going to be the absolute key difference.
All right there, Shoxy not quite able to find the angle to clear Crims out of this position. JW picks off Smith in the meantime as well. Shoxy trying to work his way up mid, but Crims is still in a prime position to cut them in half. It's going to be Shoxy to light one up, but Flusha is there as well, and this works perfectly for Fnatic to put them on map point. That mid control, LDLC, they just got picked off one at a time. Everywhere they looked, there was a Fnatic member.
It's a very versatile position in that one. You can really go almost anywhere you want. You can just, you know, you can be out in the middle, but you can shoot out the vents, get into check it really quickly. So you're kind of defending both B and the middle at the same time, and that's obviously good news. LDLC having to play what might be the last round here with 5 C sets and a lot of grenades, sure, but it's not exactly ideal. This time they might really try and go for a rush and just see if they can get into a site and overpower Fnatic, and they are going out straight through main. Pronax hiding in the corner. They get the opening frag. Pronax, he goes down right afterwards, looking good for LDLC. The bomb is definitely going to go down here. It's a 2-on-4.
Just on the edge, and there's Flusha pushing up short, doesn't manage to connect with that kill. Actually, MBK is still alive, and MBK is going to drop right on him. There's the AK for MBK to use now, and it's down to Crims, 1v4, dancing on the edge. Well, Spock Yoshima out, who was holding on upper, and he's about to get closed in on from behind. MBK will go down first, but he sets it up. The bait is here, and Crims is about to get shot in the back.
Really no chance at all here for Crims. Trying to get in. That's a great headshot mid-air on Smith as he's just falling away, but Crims is going to exit the bomb side and might actually, he's going to have to get away here. I think he's going to be all right from the bomb, yeah, but not from Happy. We'll take him down. LDLC, they make the C-set 75, rush work at the A-bomb site. Still such a long ways to go, and Fnatic do have the money to rebuy, so they're not even going to be ecoing yet.
I mean, this is some fantastic rifle work right here by Crims, but you're right. I mean, Fnatic, they've got monstrous amounts of cash. They don't need to worry. They've got plenty of room to work with, plenty of room for error, and this is what they do with their money, Fnatic. They actually go for a double off play with 3 rifles to back it, some nades as well, and now we have to see if they can hold here. LDLC once again trying to put up a bit of a fight mid, but Flush is having none of that. He takes MBK out immediately. But in the meantime, look at LDLC where they're going on this map.
JW with 1, tries for the flick. I think he heard the last player there. It's a 3-on-5 right now. The bomb is dropped, and this is not working out for LDLC. Fnatic wanted overpass. Look like they're going to get it here. 1-on-4 for Shoxy, trapped in the corner. Crims, is he going to go for the knife? Well, he wanted to. Shox is still in a very tough position here, even though Fnatic are risking it a little bit. He's got 28 health, and in a 1-on-2, that's just not good enough.
You got to make the plays. Bit of the smoke there, trying to check vent, trying to see if he can't catch somebody out, but Pronax not in that position. 50 seconds left, though, still leaves Shoxy a lot of time to act, a lot of time to play with. But he needs to find somebody peeking here from LDLC, or from Fnatic. He needs to find somebody who's going to give him a way back into this round. And right now, Fnatic are playing this perfectly, giving him no information, no options. And if he walks past this point, Pronax is going to hear the steps, and Pronax is going to know that he's moving out, and you see the instant rotation coming in.
Pronax has got this perfectly figured out. Very nice way here to end as he gets a headshot. 16-8, and Fnatic bring us onto a 3rd map. That's going to be overpass. What a quarterfinals. This is exactly what we ordered, exactly what we needed here in this absolutely legendary matchup here, Fnatic and LDLC.
And this is a test of wills right now between these two teams. This is what it all comes down to, because it clearly after Dust 2, LDLCs have certainly shown that they have the firepower to take out Fnatic on cash. Fnatic show that they are a team to be reckoned with. It's all about the willpower. Who is going to be able to end it on overpass? Can LDLC get over this mental block they have when facing Fnatic, or can Fnatic just keep their cool and continue with the reset that they showed here?
I don't know if you can remember similar, but obviously the starts are randomized for the third map, and I don't know.
CT.
Yeah, but who is going to start CT? That's the big question, because it's over.
I think it's LDLC who has CT.
That is such a big difference. So we're going to have to find, we'll make sure we absolutely know that, because that's very important.
Yes, it is LDLC who have CT. Fnatic will be starting on T side.
Big deal. Well, let's send it over to the studio. Scoots, take it away.
Thank you, Anderson Semler. So again, prediction gods got it right. You